Yep, we're live. Sorry
Alright.
for the delay, everyone. I apologize for that. We just had some things going on, and plus we also had to get all of our sources
And
down and
Dom
ready.
says
But,
Sophie
but
casually.
yeah, welcome to today's BioDevils podcast. I'm your main host, Dom, and I'm joined here with Dagger, Kevin, James, Brandon, and Anthony. Or
How are
Edgar.
you doing?
Yeah.
Hello.
So we got a ton of shit to talk about today.
And we're ready. Our bodies are fucking ready.
Bring me the shitstorm.
I already did my rant on the whole, Gamergate thing with prison school, so I'm just gonna let you guys take over for now on that.
Okay, who wanna go first?
Okay, I want to go second, first of all. I need to get up. I don't want to.
I say we have Kevin go first. Let's have Waifu
He's
King
the
go
biggest
first.
fan.
Well, do you want me to rage now? That's all I'm gonna do.
Do it!
Go under
Three.
the wrap on us.
2, 1.
That sounds like an ejaculation. That's like what he sounds like.
What did you expect from me?
I didn't expect the metal ear sound effect.
Too late to scream. Fuck, I need fuck this.
We're starting off with the UN thing.
No, we're
I-
starting
we're
off
doing
with the
prison school.
Gamergate translation thing from prison
First
school.
off, I never really liked the dub. It was really horrible. It's just,
Yeah.
like, there was no emotion when they were talking at all. Like, they were doing a chore, first of all, and then second, this shit that happens with the Gamergate and all this shit. Like, stay away from anime. Stay the fuck away from anime. That's all I'm gonna say.
I agree.
Yeah.
I have a good amount of things to say about it because personally, I am kind of a big Funimation fan, and it's kind of surprising that I know Jamie Marchi was the actor who provided the line, and Tyler Reinhardt, he was the guy who wrote it. I don't know why apparently Tyler wrote the line, and Jamie just actually gave him a high five for it. I don't get why she did that because it's.
Wait, you have a source for that though?
Yeah, she said it on a tweet.
Wow.
And as usual, we'll update, the description and include any and all sources as soon as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about that, but
So it's okay if you don't have it. We'll definitely get it as soon as
Yeah.
possible.
yeah, mostly because and it's kind of disgusting because it's why would you like in an anime like Prison School? Why would you put it in an ecchi anime? There's
There's
no
nothing relevant about it, though. Video games or gaming in general. It was rather stupid.
As I said in my rant, it's it's one thing to disagree with a movement that's about ethics in games journalism. However, it is not okay to include your personal bias or just it's not okay to change the line just because you disagree with the movement.
Exactly. It's not
Don't
the
include your
line.
bullshit.
The original.
No, no.
Yeah, essentially.
Do you know why this happened? Just to steer trouble. Just to get those people attention and say, oh, look, these guys are harassing me.
Yeah,
That's all they're
probably.
doing. That's what pisses me off. And they try to act the victim card. Oh, they harass me. They say bad things to me. Like, don't do that.
Professional victims.
Fuck you if you do
Yeah.
that shit.
Grow a backbone.
Yeah. Anyone who tries that shit has zero respect from me.
Mm-hmm.
If you wanna talk shit, then keep with it. Don't act like the victim.
It just felt like, especially coming from a Funimation fan, it felt like I would put it in a more general perspective or like comparison. It kind of felt like we were just walking through a museum, and all of a sudden, like my best friend and I are walking through through this museum, and all of a sudden my friend just punches me for no reason at all. It's complete. It's like like I'm saying, people are gonna laugh at it because it's unexpected somewhat. Some people may laugh at it, but the thing is, it's completely unnecessary, unexpected, and the thing is, it still fucking hurts.
Yeah.
I thought it like I said in my video, and I really don't want to take away all of your time for talking about this particular subject since I already did my own video on it. But like I said, it's I feel like it's disrespectful to the original creator
It's a low blow.
because
Yeah, I
it's
was gonna
like
say
yeah.
that too.
the scene, the scene was not envisioned like that.
No, it's completely
You-
different in writing.
You have no right, whether you're translating or you're acting out the scene, you have no right to change it like that. It is one thing if you want to change something because grammatically it wouldn't be said that way in, wherever, they're translating it at, whether it be here in America or over in, Spain or something like that.
Since you're in
Just to bring up
America.
examples, but like it'd be one thing if they had to change it grammatically. That is one thing. However, changing it to include something that's completely irrelevant and unrelated is absolutely disrespectful.
Yeah, you know how this is this is like me going there in the dub and saying like a line like oh, you're one of those SJW bitches, and let's see how many hate that gets. Let's see how many people get angry at that. This
Yep.
is those people who will say, oh, you keep bitching about it. What if I did this?
And I
How
find
would you respond?
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
And I found it funny that Jamie is like saying like, oh, like she. I find it also sick that the Funimation moderators on their forums and stuff, they're actually defending their actions. So
Are you serious?
yes, I'm not kidding. They're not saying like, oh, get them fired. They're not trying to fire them or anything. They're defending them. So that's even more sickening.
That and the writers are prick.
Yeah.
It's like it's like Event said. It's like
The whole
you're
sub
gonna
versus
hear the
dub
argument,
thing.
sub over dub, and more often now it's
As a person that likes English dubbing, yeah, this will definitely entice that argument, sub over dub, because you have these people that change their writing for no reason necessary, you know?
And I looked up to Jamie Marchi because I loved her as Panny and Stocking with Garter Bell. That's one of my
She
favorite
did
English dubs.
Witchblade, right?
But like, I know her really as Panny, and that was like my personal favorite. That was my personal favorite role of her because she did so well in that, and it had me laughing every time. But then when I just see this, especially a voice actor I was looking up to, it starts to taint old memories.
If I'm not mistaken, apparently she's also following like certain
Brianna
feminists.
Wu,
Yep.
Anita
Yeah.
Sarkeesian.
Well, anyone that
Forms of
really
evil.
follows and actually believes anything that comes out of Brianna Wu's mouth is automatically just
Questionable.
why
Yeah.
It shows how stupid they are.
that child that likes to pull everything out of their ass and change everything in Wikipedia, so much so to the point where the
Wikipedia
people
had
that
to embarrass her.
that own Wikipedia block her, yeah, so or him, whichever you prefer.
Well, Camille.
I thought we were supposed to call Brianna Wu scumbag Steve. Gotta follow Vince's logic.
Yeah, scumbag
Lord
Steve.
Savior.
Right?
Scumbag Steve.
Right, essentially. But I guess we talked about this enough. Let's move on to the UN and their
Fuck you,
hashtag that they
Funimation.
made.
That's the last thing I need to say. Fuck you, Funimation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
unfortunate because I actually like the Devil May Cry English dub.
Yep.
But yeah, the UN and their hashtag.
And their
Oh
bullshit.
boy.
The UN and their bullshit.
Guys, we want you to stop, so hashtag cyber violence. Yeah, I'm really like, my eyes are so open now to this whole fucking thing.
Right?
It did nothing. What was the point of that?
Oh, how did she
It
get into the
trended for like
UN?
a day, and now it's gone already.
Mhm.
Yep, it
Yo, people were making
immediately
fun of her.
backfired.
That's why it was
I-
trending.
Actually,
I've
yeah, that's
seen-
why it was trending, because people were making fun of it.
Yeah, and
Bodied.
you saw so many people saying like, yeah, it basically backfired. It did not accomplish what they were trying to accomplish.
What are they gonna accomplish in just one day?
Nothing.
It's about as
A
bad
problem
as
it's a problem that's been for so long. What did they expect? And who did they invite? Some stupid Anita and
Oh
some
God,
slutty
no,
queen and
James.
fucking yeah, you know who they invited.
they invited
Yeah.
The most,
Anita and Zoe Quinn.
Zoe Quinn.
yeah, the people who make the harassments the most.
And Randy Harper.
Oh
It-
God.
Yeah, and this isn't even this is from the UN. This isn't even including the Google Ideas thing, which by the way, Google Ideas, Google, you're jumping into the internet in 2015. GG.
You don't have no
The
idea who these
internet
people are.
is you're not gonna win. You're
No.
just not gonna win. Like, oh, what
We
was
don't need a
it's like-
police force on the internet, and you can't do
or
it.
at least the
anyways.
people that they chose for this little, Google
They had
Ideas
so many
thing.
tweets pointing out on Randy Harper being a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
The
Who is
worst
Randy
thing
Harper?
about this, the worst thing about this is that it turned from online harassment, it turned into a female harassment thing.
Basically, yeah.
It derailed completely. Just
Actually,
where Anita wanted it. It went to where she wanted it.
Actually, I wouldn't even say it went to that. I would say that it went more towards just let me play the victim card because now everyone's calling me out again.
Yeah, but if you look at, you saw all the stuff that was posted, like that was completely about female harassment and how video gamers are turning into zombies and bullshit like that. You know
though
what
it's
they
been
pulled out.
disproven many times over already.
Yeah.
You know,
According-
this is what
yeah.
Anita wants this stupid thing. Like she wants a world order. I swear it's what she's going for.
No, she doesn't
Feminist
work
world
for
order
that.
bullshit.
She's
She
like
wants
that
money.
Thompson.
Yeah, she's a money whore. She wants money. That's all she wants. She doesn't want anything. She doesn't care about feminism and online harassment. She cares about nothing of that shit. She wants only to be famous.
Isn't she
Also-
with John McIntosh, whatever his name is?
Yeah,
John,
she's like
John
a writer.
McIntosh. Yeah, so it would also be part of the blame comes towards him because he's basically the puppet master in all this.
Good job, fuckboy.
Also, one more thing I have to say. I have to take back what I said in the last podcast. We can't, because remember when I said that if like we need to ignore Anita completely. Now since fucking Google is basically trying to get with all these shitty people, I say fuck that shit anymore. Fuck what I said last time, and just keep putting her on the exposed train. Buy your tickets to the exposed train.
Exposed.
Exposed.
I love Black for making that video. Yeah, but
Yeah,
no,
the
I
reason why
absolutely
we don't
agree.
like these people is not because Anita wants, because we hate feminism and want to oppress women. This is because Anita doesn't want feminism. She wants money. That's
And
all
she's a
she
fraud,
wants.
but
Yeah, those Patreon money.
It's not that we're harassing her or anything. It's just that
Oh,
she's a shitty person. These people are shitty people.
Also,
Shitty people who
yeah.
do shitty things.
Yeah.
Desperate
Also,
ignorance.
yeah. What were you saying, Brandon?
Who, Anita or any of the
No,
other people? I mean, because they're all like.
I was talking about Anita, how she deletes comments or completely.
No, she does not
hides.
allow. She does
Yeah,
not
she doesn't
allow
allow-
comments, and
She doesn't
she
confront-
also has
confront.
likes disabled as well.
Yeah, like disables. Yeah. So where does the harassment come from? Twitter.
In her little bubble.
And you know what's funny is that like there have been re-uploads of a lot of the videos she's made where you see like tons of dislikes on them, you see tons of comments like basically
Wrecking her.
destroying everything she has to say.
Have you
I
guys
just
seen the
had a
net
video.
news video?
The what?
When she got on the news? It's like 52K
Oh, yeah.
dislikes.
Oh,
It's like,
yeah.
it's
I
just
I
like
remember
the videos
I
was
saw
on
her live
CBS.
on I'm not John Stewart. What's that guy?
Oh, Steve
Laughing Tonight.
Barbera.
I remember I saw her
Colbert?
last week tonight for some reason.
Yeah, she'll
Yeah.
never be on the
John
news
Oliver.
again.
I saw her. John Oliver.
Dude,
like,
I watched that episode on Steve Colbert, and she was spilling such nonsense. Everything she said was stupid.
Did anyone call her out on that?
I called her out on it. My mother almost
Well,
believed
I
her.
mean, like,
How
like
can
next
this
to her.
be?
My
I'm
mother
still
was
not-
watching it too.
Of course not. They're trying to push this. They're trying to push this. You know, they're trying to push this agenda. They're this one-sided agenda. They don't want to see the other side of GamerGate.
It
They
didn't
don't.
work though.
They just
Yeah,
want
four
to
of them
label us
backfired.
as. They want to label GamerGate as just a bunch of women harassers, so it's easier for them, and it's just one-sided arguments the whole entire time. If they brought in someone like Sargon of Akkad, they'd get or other big supporters in GamerGate, they'd get wrecked immediately.
Event, Alpha, Gaming Anarchist, they'd all destroy them.
Yeah.
I don't mean to like interrupt or anything, but I was just gonna say like even if this isn't particularly related to the whole UN thing, it still kind of ties into if these people are related essentially, it's a problem. You have to there's something that needs to be done.
Yes.
They need to be called out for everything they do.
Even
Yeah,
the women
but-
are calling them out.
And the reason why I say everything is just because like we've seen time and again they've been disproven on every little thing they've said, on every little comment they've made.
Yep.
Yep.
And that's
Yep.
why like even if we're kind of derailing this by going off onto a different topic, it still is somewhat
Relevant.
related.
Relevant.
Yeah, it's still relevant.
Let's close it off. Let's better close it off because it's gonna go like 2 hours if we continue.
Yeah.
So I guess we can move on to some of the minor news today. Street Fighter V, no on-disc DLC. For anyone who's looking forward to Street Fighter V, you don't have to deal with on-disc DLC, which is just as good as the no multiple editions
It took you.
announcement.
Let's see. When did Street Fighter 2 came out? It took
Street Fighter came out in
Capcom-
1990. Yeah,
It took-
like freaking 6 or 7 editions to that game.
Yeah, it took Capcom 24 years to finally get the thing down their head.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Oh,
It's like except for the first Street Fighter game. Wait, no, actually that's a lie. Because Street Fighter 1 had one edition. It's called Fighting Street.
Fighting Street.
Street fights, guys, watch out.
Why
The whole time during that trailer, I was like, really, Capcom, really? Like, are you so pathetic now? Like, you've come so low that you have to announce that you won't put this shit on disc. You won't
don't
have
do it.
DLC on disc.
Just don't do it.
So pathetic. Just the
I
whole
think
video, I
the
was
reason-
thinking, pathetic.
I think the reason why they're doing it though is because they're trying to get the fans back, and they lost a lot of fans with like Street Fighter Cross Tekken,
Yeah, with
Street
Cross
Fighter
Tekken.
4 with all of its additions and locked content. I don't think it was really the additions. It was just more of the fact that there was locked content on there, and the fact that a lot of the stuff wasn't even the multiple editions were not getting patched as each new iteration was coming out.
Yeah, you would have to for the next editions.
Exactly.
You would always have to buy the digital upgrades.
Right. And then
Or
With
buy
the
new-
exception of
so-
Street Fighter to Super Street Fighter 4.
So yeah, that was an issue. You also had like them making a lot of action-based Resident Evil games. You had them doing the DMC reboot, which was probably one of the worst things to come out of Capcom in years.
Yeah,
Mind
they've been
you.
on a bad
It's
streak
the
of
worst
games.
thing since Fighting Street.
Yeah, so
The
so
most-
announcing something like this is not a bad idea, and also it's also a good thing that they're announcing things like, we're gonna be pushing out or bringing out a physical version for the Resident Evil HD remaster. For those of you that
Hold on, I
didn't
gotta
want
turn on
to,
the
Yeah, I'm right there.
so it's like it's good that they're doing these things, essentially.
Yeah.
I hear an echo.
Mm.
Who's watching the stream as we're talking?
So, are we going to talk about...
Yeah, there's a number of things we can talk about at this point because
Hey, no
shit
DMC5
on
at
TGS.
TGS.
Sad face.
No.
No RE2 remake either. They could have shown it.
Prepare your
Yeah.
I
bodies.
predicted it wasn't going to happen anyway.
Prepare your bodies
Yeah,
for
we already
Monster
knew
Hunter.
that, honestly. We're sitting
Oh,
trolling
are
in
we
the chat
talking
room
about Monster
with
Hunter then?
Trash Ho and other guy.
Oh yeah, I definitely want to shit on Monster Hunter. I hate all of you. You're so spoiled. Oh my god.
Oh, since,
Well,
since
Yeah.
okay, wait, hold on.
As,
Okay,
as
you know
soon as
something?
we
You know
talk about
something? Hold on.
Capcom and the good news, we got to move on to the bad news, and that's
You know
Monster
something
Hunter.
though? People complain about Street Fighter getting too much attention. Now look at Monster Hunter. Nobody's complaining about it.
And the
Come
thing
on.
is with that, it's just like people are wondering, please, is this game gonna get localized? And I'm like, it's just like, of course it's gonna get localized. It's freaking Monster Hunter.
Right?
It's just like,
Well, wasn't one of them not localized that people really wanted for
I don't know,
a
I don't
particular
care.
platform?
excuse me, Yakuza. Can we please get our Yakuza games localized?
Wrong subject.
Well, that's not even Capcom, but we'll get to that later. But like, you know,
Yeah, I
wasn't
know,
there
but,
a
yeah.
wasn't there a Monster Hunter game that wasn't localized for a particular platform that
I
people
thought it was
wanted?
a 3DS or something.
I mean,
I
like-
thought it was for the Wii U, but you know,
I don't know.
Monster Hunter 4 did really well, so it's obvious that at least Capcom's gonna localize Monster Hunter X. So Capcom fans have nothing to worry about.
yeah.
Right.
Every other franchise they have though kind of has like a gun to their head.
So, like Capcom, where's Mega Man? Where's Onimusha?
Where's
Well, we
Where's
get
my
Mega
Devil May
Man,
Cry?
that's for sure.
well, they
Where's
got
my Devil May
Legacy
Cry?
Collection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's a God
Bro-
hand?
Yeah, bro, where's our God Hand? Where's our Chaos Legion?
Oh no,
They're
you
over
remember
by
what Greg
Pat-
said?
They're over by
No one
Platinum
wants
Games.
Oh yeah,
Onimusha.
God Hand.
No one
That
wants
needing an
Onimusha
HD
or
collection?
God
Yeah, okay.
The
Nobody
Capcom
will-
Essentials Collection: God Hand, Onimusha, and Chaos Legion. We got to make that happen.
But Greg said no one wants
Where's
those.
Haunting Ground? Yeah, where's Haunting Ground? You know?
Yeah,
it's-
Haunting Ground
yeah,
if you
man,
want it.
man, fuck Greg.
I know, I'm just making a joke on him.
But
Yeah.
you know,
I think Greg will like it. I think it's stupid. Well, fuck you then.
well, I don't think that game necessitates a remake because you can get it on the PlayStation Store, except for there's a ton of PlayStation 2 classic games that you can get on Japanese PSN Store along with their HD counterparts. Basically giving you the option to either get the cheaper version that's, you know, the original version,
Okay,
or
original.
get the HD redefined version that may or may not play better and also look better. But,
Yeah.
But you know,
Yeah,
we
Capcom.
got some Ace Attorney 6, I guess. And
Yay.
Yeah, Ace
some
Attorney. You
Resident
guys
Evil
this-
stuff. I don't know if it was necessarily Resident Evil 2 related. It looked almost like it was gonna be ORC just because of how the design, like the art looked like. So I don't know. I really, really, really hope they don't tie in ORC with the RE2 remake.
Oh,
Just-
Umbrella
please no, please no.
Cars.
No,
It's like
Umbrella
tying DMC into the
Cars.
classic series.
just don't.
Exactly. No, don't do it.
And then what else did we have? Oh, we had, of course, we had the shittiest 20th anniversary announcement for Resident Evil.
Oh
Didn't
my
we see-
god.
Umbrella Corps, yeah, that's totally what people wanted for the 20th anniversary. It's not
Resident
like they wanted
Gears.
to see Resident Evil 2.
They'll learn when it flops, because it's definitely gonna fucking flop.
Looks
There's no way
terrible.
that it's gonna last.
$30 online only. Fuck that.
Yeah.
No one wants it.
Yeah, it's you're not gonna compete against.
You know what people
Call
are
of Duty.
arguing? The people that they're like, well, it's a side thing, but yeah, but it's supposed
So
to be
what?
the 20th anniversary, which
Yeah.
makes it
Supposed
stupid.
to man.
It's like
having a. It's like imagine your 20th birthday and all you get is a cookie.
it's like having a Metroid game coming out in its 30-year anniversary, and all it is a 4-player first-person shoot.
Oh, wait,
Oh,
that
yeah,
already
yeah.
happened.
Yeah, that already happened.
That already happened.
Yeah, it's
Shit.
like DMC getting an anniversary and having DMC. The series. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
like-
I would would punch Capcom in the face.
You know,
Their
if
building would be on fire like Konami.
you know what,
Save the Pachinkos.
you know what'd
Muffled,
be better
I'm
for the
fucking
20th
invincible in the
anniversary?
distance.
You know it'd be better for the 20th anniversary for that announcement. It would have been better if they were just like, oh, since we put in a new mode for Resident Evil 0 HD, we're also going to be putting in a new mode to the Resident Evil HD remake. The the one for remake, because 0 already has the Wesker mode.
Yeah.
Imagine if the remake, the HD remaster for the remake, got a new mode like where you can play as Barry or something like that.
Or here's a thought. Why not
Like that
introduce-
could have been an announcement.
So you
Why
want
not
easy
intro-
hand cannons, everything to death.
Yeah. Oh, how about not introduce some stuff from the DS port, Deadly Silence? Yeah, there's some stuff there that wasn't in the remake.
True. Or just anything new would have been nice to hear. And anything that wasn't action based, anything that was related towards the
Resident
HD
Evil
remasters
0.
for Resident Evil and Resident Evil 0 or the Resident Evil 2 remake would have been better. Hell, even if it was Resident Evil 7, even if they announced Resident Evil 7, which I know they're working on it, they're just, nowhere near, like,
Hey, wasn't
showing
there
off
some
anything. But
wasn't there some news about the character being gay in Resident Evil 7?
was there?
Is this
Yeah.
a new trend now? Hey, look at this character's sexuality. Buy the game.
Yeah,
It's not
that's,
convincing me to buy the fucking game.
It's the new marketing thing, just be politically, fuck, I can say
PC.
politically correct.
No. Yeah.
Include the inclusion, just to get those people. Oh, look, these guys are doing something new. They're including gay person, or they're including female lead, just to get attention. You remember the Dishonored 2 show? Like how Anita was, oh, there's a female character, but there shouldn't have been
Oh
a
yeah,
male
but
character.
Anita. Oh yeah, Dishonored 2 has two playable characters: Emily, who was the little girl in the first game, and Corvo, who was the main protagonist in the first game.
What are we talking about?
Dishonored. Kevin brought it up.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
Yeah.
was kind of lost. You kind of cut him off there while he was talking, and I was just like, "What's going on?"
Yeah.
I know it's
Anita
kind of
was-
late, so that's why we don't really have any viewers, but it's okay. People will watch it later. I know it. There's generally 100 people that end up watching it.
Thank
Yeah.
God.
Somebody likes it, at least.
Yeah.
They're gonna come here and hear
Yeah,
me more.
DK's watching right now, I believe.
Is he?
Yeah, I saw him commented earlier.
Who is?
Oh, I didn't-
DK, my senpai, hello. Please bless me with your Devil May Cry skills. Okay, that was really awkward. Let's please move on.
Yes, it was. Okay.
But yeah, that was Capcom. It was Monster Hunter and some action Resident Evil game that no one gave a shit about. So let's move on to some of the stuff that we didn't really know about, but Anthony did. So yeah.
So, I think the first thing we should start off with is Sonic Boom Fire and Ice. So,
Who cares? Move on.
No, and I kind of wanted to talk.
Is it? I heard it was getting delayed or something.
Yeah, and the thing is, the only other Sonic game that got delayed was Sonic 4 Episode 1, but I think that was for, like, an issue. But when I read the article, they were saying, like, they want to patch it out to make sure it's playable and make sure it's actually good. So, I really think that's interesting for Sega to take, especially since next year marks the 25th anniversary of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh no.
So
Oh no.
Sonic 07 inbound.
Sonic 07.
No.
Sonic 17.
So
Please,
we
no.
So we could we're gonna possibly see we could possibly see another new game by Sonic Team coming out next year, and Sonic Boom Fire and Ice. Because this year we really didn't. We finally, for once, did not get a Sonic game. If you realize that.
Yeah.
And that has to tie in with Sega's statement that they wanted to win fans back. Unfortunately, I will say this: as because it was TGS, so we don't know if some of these games are going to get localized or not.
Mhm.
Where's my Yakuza, bruh? Can we get that
where's my
stuff
Yakuza?
localized?
You
We
and
don't.
your Yakuza. I swear.
We
Me
had-
and my
some cheese.
we
Yakuza, I
have
want that
five.
shit too.
We have 5 announced. I think it's available for pre-order now.
What's the
Yeah, it's pre. You
Yeah,
can
it
pre-order
is.
it.
Zero's been out for a while, and we don't know if we're going to get that at all. We have Kiwami now, which is a full-on remake with new stuff of the original game.
Yeah.
We have 6 coming out, which is apparently supposed to have you starring as Akiyama, which
And you're gonna
I'm
be in
actually okay with.
America. The game is coming to America before we're getting the game.
Exactly.
What else?
And it doesn't help that we never got the HD collection either.
Yeah,
you know,
we should have
so-
gotten it.
Didn't they announce Phantasy Star 2 or something?
Yes.
Yep, they
It's come to
announced
the
that,
works.
which is also nice.
About
but
time.
so you know that's another thing that I'm sure a lot of fans of Sega are pretty happy about. I would have expected. I would have really. I really would have been actually not expected, but I would have been happy if they would have announced a Shenmue HD collection because for those of you that don't know, Dreamcast sales have been going up, and also people wanting to get Shenmue 1 and 2, it's absolutely ridiculous. Like, this is why we need an HD collection, Sega.
Yep.
And this is one of those HD collections I'm okay with.
But was
mainly because of the fact that it's a game that people want to play.
Shenmue, though?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Shenmue 1 and 2, they still own the rights to Shenmue as a whole. They just gave Yu Suzuki the right to do Shenmue 3.
Okay.
And to use any and all the tracks and characters and basically anything he wanted to do. So long as he could fund it, and he was able to fund it. So yeah.
That's good news. Other thing I kind of wanted to talk about was another game got delayed, something that actually everyone is looking forward to. Well, Persona 5 got delayed, which I kind of see. I see this as a great thing because, well, I haven't bought a PlayStation 3 or a PlayStation 4 yet, so that gives me a little bit more time. But the other reason is, after looking at all these trailers, like, we barely get trailers, but after looking at every single one of them, this is probably going to be the biggest Shin Megami Tensei game ever. So that gets me even more excited. I can't wait to see what they come up with. And Atlas, I want it now, but I'm willing to wait, but I want it now.
Yeah.
Make up your mind.
Just do it.
Do it.
Be safer waiting.
Right.
Yeah, I know I'm moving on quickly with these because that's kind of what I really wanted to say about it.
Can we
minor things.
can we stick to the delay thing for a second? In case people don't know, Hitman, the new Hitman game's been delayed.
Really?
And honestly though, I'm quite sad about that.
Hey,
When's
no
there
rush
going to be a
personally.
Sleeping Dogs 2? I enjoyed that game. That game sold really well too.
Yeah.
hey, don't. This is a quote that I always live by. It's by Shigeru Miyamoto. If I could just pull it up. A delayed game. Okay.
Take your time. It's okay. We're kind of all over the place for today's podcast.
But remember this, Brandon. A delayed game is eventually good, but a rush game is forever bad.
Yep.
90% of the time.
But what happens if the game is still bad, even if it's delayed? Like, what game was that came out that was delayed up the ass and came out bad?
Duke Nukem.
Duke
Nukem was delayed
game was
over a
fucking
decade
shit.
and sucked. Because you want to know why it sucked though? Because it changed engines like 3 times and got like 4 different development teams to work on it over the course of its development time.
Gearbox helped with it, right? I want to say Gearbox.
They
helped
finished
with
the development, yeah, and they were the ones that took responsibility for it and finished it, and they made a shit game. That was one of their first shit games, and then they made fucking Aliens Colonial Marines, which was another shit game. And also, fuck you, Jim Sterling. Randy Harper is just as bad as Timmy Mantoniades.
Also,
who?
at least they made Borderlands, so we're good.
Yeah, Borderlands is their crowning achievement.
Yeah.
It's probably their only crown achievement so far.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of when I think about that. Let's see. Also, Indivisible, that new game by Lab Zeros, its Indiegogo campaign is launching October 5th. So,
Wait, and what now?
Indivisible, the new game by Lab Zero, the people who made Skullgirls, their
Right.
campaign is launching October 5th. So, I really want that game to be, great. Successful. So I'll find a way to. I'm gonna try to find a way to donate to them. So I'm pretty excited about Indivisible. And what
That's
else? Let's see. And oh yeah, also other TGS stuff.
Well,
King.
I mean, if anything, TGS, we'll just save it for at the very end. Unless if it was Capcom.
Okay, yeah.
Capcom was just. I want to say okay, as long as it's like TGS overall and then like Koei Tecmo at the very end, I want to save. So yeah.
Okay. One more thing. Smash Brothers Fighter Ballot actually ends in 6 days. So
Vote for Dante and Virgil. Do it. They're in Project Cross Zone 2. Do it.
It'll be like
They're not
Marvel
gonna get
with
in.
top
I know
tier
for
again.
They're not gonna get
Do
in. I
it.
promise you. But I'm really aiming for Shantae to get in.
I think people
I'll
like
be surprised
Shantae
if
will
she
make it
gets
in.
I really
I'd be
want her to
surprised,
get in.
honestly.
Even Way Forward, like they were saying, like they were the one who's saying, "Oh yeah, 6 days left." When basically everyone else just jumped ship, and we're saying like, "Oh yeah, whatever." But like Way Forward really wants Shantae in the game, so they're really pushing it. So I really want them to be recognized.
Doesn't a studio that made Super Meat Boy want Meat Boy to be in the game?
Yeah, but I haven't seen much from them. They do.
Or,
I know a lot of people also want to see Shovel Knight. I don't know if Shovel Knight's actually been put into Smash
got it.
yet.
He has his own amiibo. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
He got his own
He's
amiibo.
probably getting in.
Mhm.
Yeah, I can see Shovel Knight and Shantae making it in for sure. I really do want to see Dante and Virgil though. That's just because I love the characters so much. But
You want
we're
Virgil
also
to
seeing
kill
them on a Nintendo platform though.
I know,
No
but
one
that's
can
Project
deny
Cross
this.
Zone.
They're
That's
on
different
Project
Smash
Cross
Bros.
Zone 2. I want
Yeah, but that's
amiibo
different.
support for
Dom,
Project
Dom,
Cross
that's
Zone 2.
different game altogether.
Dom,
That's a
it
different game
only
altogether.
features Dante from the Devil May Cry series.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's-
You just want-
Features Dante
you want-
from
you
the
want
feature.
Virgil to be
Put
in
that
there.
on the new Smash Brothers label. Features Dante from the Devil May Cry series.
Dom, you want Virgil to be in there just like Marvel, he's gonna kill everybody in Nintendo. They'll have no franchises.
They will ban him from
He'll be
everything.
broken.
He'll make Meta Knight look like a bitch.
Meta Knight.
Can we at least get amiibo support for Project Cross Zone 2?
Please,
I would
I
love
would
that, actually.
I would buy them, and I don't even have a
I would buy
Nintendo
that.
console.
Man,
I
collectibles,
just
you know?
want Dante and Virgil amiibos. That's all I want. Can I get those?
There are quite a few
Can
amiibos
maybe
I want.
talk, do amiibos talk, or are they just statues?
They're just
They're
statues.
just statues.
Damn it!
I have a
Make
few
them-
of
They
them.
just have a barcode on the bottom where they link up to your console.
Smash.
Make
or,
them talk.
3DS.
My Samus
Samus
amiibo's leg is broken, so that's a sad face.
Sad face.
Buy another one.
Can I have Virgil amiibo with Kung Fu action grip?
Why are you touching my sword like that?
I didn't know it was the Kink amiibo. The Kinko? That might work.
Good
Okay.
shit.
Have a banana amiibo.
If they did put Dante in though, I think, I don't know why I'm saying this, but maybe DMC2 Dante? I don't know why.
Huh, that's interesting.
It's either
I was
DMC2 or DMC3 in my opinion.
I'd say 4 at best.
I don't know.
But that's
Yeah,
basically.
honestly though, the chances of Dante and Virgil getting in Smash Bros. Is chances of Bayonetta getting in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
but the difference
I'd say more
is
Bayonetta getting in, but not really
I
Dante and
can see
Virgil.
Bayonetta getting in. They would just definitely
But
censor
she'd be
her a lot more for
censored.
sure.
they would butcher her character though in Smash Brothers because
Sakurai
she
doesn't want to
can't
do
do
that.
anything.
Sakurai wouldn't want to do that because he wants his characters to be, because like the reason why people were wanting Ridley in, which I freaking think it's stupid, but the reason
Who's
people
Ridley?
wanted Ridley in to be playable in Smash, but the thing is Sakurai was saying, oh, he's gonna be too big, and he'd be freaking OP, so
Yeah, he'd be a boss character.
he was
Yeah.
eventually put as a boss character.
Right.
So yeah, that's why he didn't put Ridley in Smash, and most likely they wanted to keep to their original form, so they probably won't put Bayonetta in there.
All right. I just want to move on to something a little minor. I don't want to like talk about this too much, but Black Ops 3 on previous gen consoles is apparently not even getting a cooperative campaign or a campaign in general. And the reason why I personally have a problem with it is because we had World at War with cooperative campaign. Activision, your excuse is bullshit.
Yeah, it's fucking
I agree.
bullshit.
Wait, is it PS3 only or last gen?
Oh, last
It's-
gen in general. All last gen.
All that shit is not
Yeah,
getting
all
it,
last
so.
gen in general is not getting a campaign.
Thing is,
I don't know why they bother with the
It's up-
campaign though.
You know,
It's not what people buy the game for anymore.
it's
Well, some people actually like the campaign though, and some of them are actually
yeah.
pretty
There
good.
are some people
and they don't want to
that,
upgrade
that
yet.
like the
That's the thing.
campaign, and there the other thing is the excuse of it can't be handled because there's a cooperative campaign is also bullshit because
found it
Activision came
yeah.
out with a cooperative campaign Call of Duty.
Yeah, I mean,
before,
if
so,
Halo,
yeah.
Halo Reach had co-op story mode, so
It
what's
was
theirs?
good actually.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it was
Yeah.
pretty fun.
Actually, all the Halos generally have good campaigns. It's not complicated.
It's just like, what the hell, Activision? Stop screwing your fans over
Hey,
like this.
you know what's worse? You know what's worse?
What?
They take away $10 from the price, so they're basically saying that campaign's worth $10, while everything else
But they
is
do that
worth.
with with other
I know,
games
but
too.
they took
Last gen
away
games
a
too.
big portion of the game. It should be
But
the
they're
best
doing that a
$30.
lot with last gen games, so I don't necessarily. I agree with Anthony. It's like
They did that with
No,
the
the
figure
no,
X
no.
card.
No, the issue is that
That costs.
they took away a big portion of the game, which is story mode. So
Yeah,
that's
I
worth
agree with you.
$10.
That's the issue. However, them taking away the
Hey, cost.
price, taking off $10 from that particular version, uh, you know, it's like
Ludicrous.
what a lot of companies are doing right now with their previous gen versions, especially if they're digital only for whatever reason on previous gen.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you just
Well, now
finished
it's
watching
Friday.
Street Fighter 5. We just got done talking about Street Fighter 5.
So yeah.
Did you rank it?
But yeah, we can move on from that.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Street Fighter 5, 4.5. What are we talking about? Unless
Talking to cause.
Do I like it, James? Yes, I'm actually planning to buy it because I think it's nice. Looks
It's
good.
gonna be
It's better
good.
than the last ones.
It looks
But
better.
yeah, it looks way better than the last one. But I'm
It
ready
looks
to see how the
legit.
net flow is. So far, everyone says the net flow is good, but I don't know how that's going to be in the actual game.
Because you do a lot more damage. I think they said it was more like the Alpha series.
That's good. Everyone loves the Alpha series.
Ryu's Super does like 40% damage, so yeah, it's different. Very
You
different.
should see Nash damage Super.
I haven't seen it yet, but yeah.
Okay.
Should we move on to what anything else Brandon got?
yeah,
No.
Brendan had the Phil Spencer thing and also VR or something like that.
Oh, Phil Spencer, said that this console war is pretty distasteful. What are you guys' thoughts about that?
Thank you. Someone fucking said it.
wow,
That's a higher up.
Thank you.
You know what's surprising is that I'm like I haven't really seen much of Phil Spencer, you know, as far as how he runs or Microsoft. But every time I hear something from him, it's like I kind of want
Godlike.
to jump on the Xbox One eventually, or even the 360, because he seems to know what he's doing.
Just get the 360.
Yeah. Yeah, I should definitely get a 360 because backwards compatibility for Xbox games. So you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at the very least, it's good. It's good to hear that. It's good to hear that someone from Xbox is saying that because there's no reason for console wars anyway. Who cares whatever you're playing
Exactly.
on?
It
It's like
hurts
They
competition
don't
more.
profit from it.
I remember the other day I had some guy like I was asking him about Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 4 if like for their system requirements, and this guy's been starting to start some console war bullshit with me about like, oh, just get a PS4 and buy it. It's just gonna be an inferior port, and I'm like, all I'm here for is the system requirements. Why do you care about me getting a PS4 over having a PC? Who the fuck cares about that? So.
Right.
Yeah, but sadly, each platform, including the PC, has their own fanboys. But at least with the PC though, they have bragging rights about it. So
Yeah.
they do.
Yeah,
I was gonna say it's nothing like, and I'm sorry to interrupt, Kevin, but I was gonna say it's nothing like Sega versus Nintendo, you know?
Yeah, that
Oh,
would
no.
that was a
Different.
dick measuring contest. Let's be honest.
That's
Yeah.
a dick contest.
Yeah, but their competition wasn't malicious.
Mm-hmm.
No, you don't have guys going around Best Buys and trying getting in arguments with people why you buying a PS4. Yeah, that is a thing now.
I would have called their
That's
fucking
stupid.
manager.
Yeah, that's a
Buy
thing
what I
now.
want.
I know, right?
Dom, I know this is off topic, but didn't you have like get into like an argument or someone got into an argument with you at GameStop or something? I remember you mentioning it before.
Yeah, I have gotten into two arguments over at a GameStop. The first one was over the fact that I said I did not like EA games. I liked some of their stuff on the PS2, and that was about it. And they got into this big fit over why I should be playing EA games and how I'd be missing out. I also said at the time, this was at the time when Capcom was really just not looking all that great. Extra ass. You know?
Might as well have summed up for all their games are shit.
You know, and then, you know, I also said that, you know, like, I might stop buying Capcom games because, you know, at the time they didn't really make anything that was good, and also DMC was supposed to be coming out.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, you know, he got onto this whole argument or whatever about how I should be, and mind you, I was like 15 at the time, how I should be caring about the economy and gas prices, and how... Hold on.
No one wants to care about us at our age now.
Hold on, there's more to the story. And how the Xbox Connect does not spy on people, even though we've had the FBI confirm that that was actually the case, that they did do that with the Connect. And that's why the Xbox One was also banned from the military at one point, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Really?
because you needed to have the Kinect hooked up at all times, and that it would always function even when the console was off. I remember
And the
that
online
now.
only thing really screwed up the console as well.
Yeah, the DRM stuff.
Before they
Yeah.
got rid of it.
So yeah, that was a thing. And then the other argument was this was at a different GameStop. Although one of the employees that works at the other one where I got into the previous argument, I know he works at this particular location as well. He works at like 3 different locations, if I'm not mistaken. But
To be a manager.
he was not particularly there for this incident, but I went there and I was pretty pissed that they sold my pre-order for the
Samurai
special
Warriors
edition of
4.
Samurai Warriors 4, right? And that's pretty much when I stopped going there because they were trying to tell me, oh, well, it'd be the same thing like Amazon. Actually, it wasn't because I was getting a better deal there when it came to pre-order bonuses and whatnot.
Amazon
I was
Master
also
Race.
paying less because
Indeed.
at the time I was having my Amazon Prime trial, so I was basically paying less. So at that point, it was not only did I not have to worry about waiting for it from another GameStop location, I would get it right at my doorstep, potentially even a day early because I have gotten games a day early before launch from Amazon. So, it's like everything that they were telling me, I was just indifferent. They sold my pre-order. Why would I trust them to do this?
Yep.
Yeah.
You had one job. One job.
And you fucked it up.
Yep. Fuck that up.
But yeah. What were we on again? I know this was completely off topic.
Yeah, we were on
Phil
Phil Spencer.
Spencer.
Yeah, I
But
think
yeah,
we're
To
done
get
with that
off
topic. I think we're done with that one. Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay,
props to Phil Spencer. Even though I went on about GameStop.
He's like the Abraham Lincoln.
Abraham
Get
Lincoln.
him to take over Capcom.
Somebody
better
like
than
him
Greg,
over
man.
account. Can we have him take over Greg's job?
Please. Well, that would be
Yes.
technically a demotion.
So
That
yeah.
is true.
True, but can we have him like take over and just get someone who is like him over at Capcom?
Like me.
Take Greg's job? Yeah. Capcom. I will gladly take Greg's job. Actually, give me a higher position so I could fire his ass. Greg, I'm still pissed for you blocking me for no reason.
Greg, you blocked your boss? You're fired.
What is
I
this,
still don't
Konami
know.
now?
I
What's
wanna
going
know-
on here? Yeah, this turned into Konami now.
Konami. What did
Yeah.
Konami do?
Well,
Yeah,
they're
you know,
dead.
Didn't you have
gonna-
the VR thing too?
What happened?
You had the VR thing too, right?
Yeah, that's nothing. Don't worry about it.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll probably bring up the
Yeah.
backwards compatibility thing after the VR thing. But
Yeah, I was
Konami,
gonna say
yeah.
that. Or when Konami now? We do Konami first?
yeah, are we doing Konami and how they don't want to make AAA games anymore?
Yeah, let's talk about that.
No,
No,
I'm not
Bayou
surprised.
Billy 2! I want my Bayou Billy 2.
People want Bloody Rage, or what's it called? Bloody War.
Bloody
Yeah,
Roar.
Bloody Roar. People have been asking for that for years.
I've been
People
asking
have
for
been
that.
asking for a good Castlevania game.
Everything's
Shadow's
dead
good.
from them, as far as I'm concerned now.
All they have is
Everything.
PES, and they know it. PES and Pachinko
Pro
machines.
Evolution Conquer, and I bet you since they're not going to make any AAA games, no one's going to buy it.
Didn't Silent Hills get picked up again?
Guess what?
Didn't Silent Hills get picked up by somebody else just now?
No, you're
Oh,
thinking
Allison
of
Road.
Allison Road. That is not the same thing.
Ah,
It's just a spiritual successor to Silent Hills.
What if Hideo Kojima and Del Toro went to work on that?
I would be
Oh,
happy.
that'd be
Del
be
Toro
something.
doesn't want to work on games anymore because everything he's ever tried to
Yeah,
work
shut
on
up.
within the he
Oh,
pretty much
poor
got
dude.
shit canned, unfortunately. And it's unfortunate because everything he suggests sounds really good.
Yeah.
You know what I'd really like to
Hopefully-
see though, and I'll let you go in a second, Brandon. I don't mean to interrupt, but like you know what I'd really like to see, since Kojima does want to make a survival horror game, have him team up with someone like Shinji Mikami.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Hmm.
not bad.
You know,
Who's
'cause he
Shinji
made
Mikami? I'm just kidding.
For those of you that don't know, he made Resident Evil and The Evil Within.
Yeah.
Great
Vanquish.
fucking game, by the way. Play The Evil Within. I absolutely love that game.
Play Vanquish. That game's awesome.
I need to play that game actually.
You can also play No More Heroes, but that has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
I need to play that game too. I need to pick up. I need to play that game too. They need to make an HD version of No More Heroes too, though.
They made Heroes Paradise.
Heroes Paradise on PS3 and 360.
It's okay. It's okay. It was localized only for PlayStation 3, sadly.
Oh, so it's a
Now the
PS3
Xbox in
exclusive
Japan.
in the West.
Xbox
Okay.
is only they have it in Japan only.
Makes me wonder why they have it on Xbox in the first place. It's like the exact opposite of Metal Gear Rising. It was canceled in Japan for the Xbox.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's why you only see the PS3 version in Japan, the special edition.
I think Konami actually published it here. Was it? I think they actually published
Konami.
Heroes
For what?
Paradise.
No More Heroes or
No More Heroes, Heroes Paradise. I think they published it. I'll check it. In America.
You know, it's just, I mean, it's just kind of. We've been going off topic all day, so I don't really care. But
Yeah, they did. They did.
to kind of go back on topic, you know, it's like Konami. You're basically fucked. Like,
Yep.
is there any? Does that? I mean, if anybody else wants to rip them a new one, go ahead. I don't really have anything.
Can they really live off pachinko machines forever? Will it
No,
actually
Well, they
work?
kind of did. They kind of did. They have other. They have other branches.
They've been
sure.
fighting over
Yeah,
the
they have fitness centers and stuff, so they will die off of the gaming phase. I honestly believe they will have to sell off their things just to make up the loss they will,
Good.
you know.
Someone will actually make games.
It's and I have never played a Silent Hill game, and I was kind of looking forward to playing Silent Hills, but
Oh, you
it's
should
just
definitely jump on them.
it's just like I can't believe they're doing this.
Hey Anthony, you should play Book of Memories.
No.
No.
I know some of the ones that aren't good. I think Silent Hill 4 is a mixed one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
Clarence last game.
What?
Yeah. It's the last true game.
Yeah.
And then what else is there? I wanted them to please bring back the Enders Project, but there's no way that's gonna happen since Kojima is gone. And
I expect a lot of spiritual successors from Kojima.
yeah,
What's it? This is like the spiritual sexual age.
Actually, the
Not-
Enders Project was supposed to be a spiritual successor, if I'm not wrong. Like it's supposed to be a spin-off because it was not with robots anymore. It was more like armored suits, and that's why it got Project Enders.
but it
it's
was
That was speculation, right?
cool.
Yeah.
I thought that was still tied into the Zone of the Enders.
It is. Because,
Franchise.
I was jizzing all
Hard to
over, and I
hypercode.
didn't even know what Zone of the Enders was at that point.
Mhm.
So it's just
Yeah,
like
I want.
I
Zone
want
of
that.
the Enders is like DMC, but with
Robots.
Robots.
Robots and
Robots.
flying.
robots and flying. Yeah, flying.
Oh, I want that.
Wait, it's like Metal Gear and DMC put together. So basically, Ryzen.
Yeah. No,
Imagine
I-
Rising with like infinite air trick. That's basically what it is.
Just play Jetstream, Sam, and all your questions will be answered.
And I really also, speaking of Rising, I did want to. I think I remember hearing Kojima wanted to do like a sequel to Rising, called like using Gray. We have you playing as Gray Fox fighting nano machine zombies or something like that.
Yeah,
that's
I know
stupid.
about it.
But I want to play
original
that.
concept of Ryzen.
That was the original concept for Rising. The team heavily wanted a Raiden game because they felt like it'd be easier. They really didn't want to
That's
do a
because I like
prequel.
Raiden.
Well, they wanted Raiden to be a cooler character at that point too. They wanted people to like him, and I guess they knew that
They
the fan
succeeded.
base didn't really look at him like that prior to 4. What else? And then Platinum jumped in, and they also were heavily focused on doing a Raiden game because they just wanted to move forward. Platinum really does not like doing prequels. They really don't. They really just like moving forward, even if it's, you know, even if they don't even really like to do sequels necessarily, but they would rather do a sequel that brings it forward. You know,
Like Anarchy Reigns.
yeah, for example.
Yeah.
But Kojima either wanted it to be either a direct sequel or a game that was originally planned to be Gray Fox killing nanomachine infected zombies.
That would have been hype though.
Actually sounds pretty interesting. It actually, the whole zombie hack and slash thing it's not usually done right.
Yeah, by Ninja
Fucking
Gaiden
Yaiba,
Z.
Yaiba Z. I'm looking at you, fucking Inafune.
Yaiba is shit.
Oh, you
Wait,
guys play a
Yaiba?
lollipop chainsaw?
And then there's a Lollipop Chainsaw, which is apparently really good.
Gosh.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So but like it's like what Konami has just got pachinko machines, mobile games, and PES. I guarantee you, they will have to start selling off franchises. They will have to do it if they want to, either keep their gaming section, like gaming portion afloat, or just if they want to get out of it entirely, they need to start selling stuff.
Fucking cost.
In a
Hit
We
my
have
funny
a
one on the
gambling.
table. Ah,
Gambling!
that hurts.
Mobile! Just like my poor English.
Well, we used to be good at video games.
Let's. What else can we move on to?
We can move on to VR because Brandon had VR.
No, I thought it was skip VR because I know nothing
okay.
important about it.
Okay, well, I still have the link in
Yeah,
the...
I would say yeah. Yeah, what are you guys' thoughts on Sony possibly leaving the handheld market after the Vita life cycle is over?
If it keeps them away from
disappointing, but I'm
mobile,
okay with
good.
Yeah, same thing. It's disappointing, but I'm okay with it. Because Vita wasn't.
Like
It was a great system, but it just didn't have any games.
it's
Other than
it's
Persona
Sony's
4
fault,
Golden.
really. It's Sony's
So-
fault, honestly.
Yeah, for the overpriced memory cards and, the
A lot of
system
stuff.
itself is overpriced. Or was overpriced at a point. I don't know if it's still overpriced. They didn't try to bundle it with, the PS4. I don't think there were any bundles with it, if I'm not mistaken.
No.
I might be mistaken. There might have been a bundle.
I think
maybe
there was one
exclusive
in
to
Europe
Japan.
or something.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
they didn't push it as much as they should have. And one of the major problems is that they could have either developed their own exclusives for Vita, or they could have try to push devs or development companies to actually make exclusive titles for the Vita, or just make ports for that particular handheld.
Yeah, it's like the same thing with the Wii U in this case. It's like the exact opposite in terms of the consoles and handhelds.
Yeah.
At least we're Microsoft. At least they're trying to turn around the Xbox, which they did. You don't see Nintendo or Sony doing that with their handhelds and their console.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
That's funny you bring up Microsoft, because I was gonna say, what if Microsoft decided to jump into the handheld market with their own
No.
No.
the X
They won't.
hand or something
won't.
like that. The Xbox portable.
The X portable. That's what it would be called. The X
The X
portable.
portable.
Yeah, the X portable. Look, we're giving Microsoft ideas.
Yes, I don't care.
The X portable. Yeah, let's just go with that.
I'd say it's good for Sony because then maybe they'll stay away from the mobile market because mobile market is toxic as shit.
Exactly.
So-
Look at Konami. Look what happened to them. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So
move on.
yeah, we can move
Yeah.
on to Sony actually, since we're still on Sony. Apparently, for the upcoming patch, there's going to be PS2 backwards compatibility. Yeah, Sony, you remember when you said you weren't gonna do backwards compatibility?
Here you go. Bye.
It's like here's the thing.
It's not just 10 games. That's my worry.
I'm great about it because we might see some games that actually deserve to be on the PlayStation Store that people should definitely try out if they can't get the physical version.
Siren.
Like on
Siren.
maybe.
I'm sorry.
Hold on,
Like-
gotta get it. PS2 compatibility? PS4?
Yeah, for PS4. You know how like PlayStation 3 has
PS3.
for PS4.
PS1.
Yeah, for
P-
PS4.
PS2 games for PS4.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
So it's like the PS3, how it has PS2 and PS1 games. I don't know if if they're going to be bringing in PS1 games as well for the PS4, but they're just bringing in PS2 apparently. They're not. I don't think they're going to do PS3 games just because they have PlayStation Now, but PlayStation Now sucks, of course.
That's
But
awful.
I can't
Yes.
play my digital games from PS3 though. That sucks.
hmm So, as far as this goes, on one hand, it's a good thing because it's like, oh, we might see games that should be on there. On the other hand, it's like, oh, well, maybe I didn't want that game to be on there because we might not actually get an HD remaster of it or a full-on remake of it, or it's a game that you can, it's not really good, essentially.
What the heck?
By the way, some news for the UN just came up.
I just saw that. I'm just like,
Yeah.
what the heck?
You're so fucked.
Oh, they
UN
they cited things that don't exist again.
Yep. They cited a C drive too, if you know what that is.
Yeah, I know what that is. Any gamer knows what that is.
Personally,
know what
I
that
don't
is.
know what a C
Oh.
drive is. Apparently, not good.
It's like me
Oh,
just like putting a site for my Word document in my documents folder. So 10 out of 10 there.
Oh wow.
Great.
Someone said if you did this in college, you'd lose marks for it, but the UN people could do it. Must be cyber violence.
Did you see the fact that I did these facts I pulled out of my ass?
Yeah, everyone's saying this is a college thing. Your professor would give you a 0, but it's okay for these fucking people to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the UN is apparently neither. The only thing Anita's done is expose that the UN is retarded.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely retarded. This is nothing's happening. I'm just saying it now. There's absolutely no way. At this point,
wish we found out about this when we were talking about it.
because it just showed up now.
Yeah. Anyways, if you guys want to share your thoughts on the PS2 backwards compatibility real quick before we
I
move
say
on.
I want to play
go
Devil
ahead.
May Cry 3 on my PS4, guys.
Well, they should
I
just
don't
port
know
over
if
the
there's
HD collection.
Oh.
Oh, I'm
I
not
want to
special.
play Mega Man X8 on PS4 if I
Yeah,
can.
I want to play the
That's
original
awesome.
Devil May Cry 3. Vanilla.
That'll be game night. We all get fucking rage.
We get bodied.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I say it's finally. No, hopefully it'll be PS1 games backwards compatibility.
Just put all of them. All
All
of
of
them.
them, exactly.
Why is it so hard? You've all preached about
'Cause
this
some-
next gen bullshit, but
Okay.
your next gen consoles can't handle
Um,
games that are graphically inferior.
Yeah, I'm
From what I
okay if they're
heard-
just digital only too. If they're just digital only, that's fine.
Just do it.
Yeah. From what I heard, though, the architecture for the PS3 is preventing backwards compatibility. I'm no technician, though, but I'm kind of calling bullshit on that.
Yeah, just because they can emulate it on a console that's like the PS4, which is
Yeah.
technically
I mean,
stronger
the
than the
Xbox
PS3.
One doing it.
hmm I mean, if the Xbox One can be backwards compatible with Xbox 360 games, then the PS4 can do PS3.
The PS4 needs a Shia LaBeouf patch. Do it.
Do it! Just do it!
Go Super
Okay.
Saiyan. Make it work. I don't care.
Right.
Ready to move on?
Yep.
Yeah, we can move on.
Okay.
Last few topics, right?
Yeah. What do you guys feel about Star Wars being broken according to alpha testers?
Not surprising. Yep.
Not surprising.
It's EA. I said that. Tweet
It
someone
was
else.
it's
Fucking
alpha,
EA.
right? Alpha or beta? What were they telling?
It was alpha testing.
Yeah, but what was in the game? Just one map and that's it?
I have no idea. They just said it was horribly broken, unbalanced. Lots of things didn't work properly.
And this was for the alpha version.
They were predicting that it's probably going to be rushed out the door because of the movie.
Star Wars.
Episode 7.
Because they have to release it with the fucking. Why does anyone care that it's
No,
it's
they
not even
care.
about Jedi? So why is it being released? Like it's a Battlefield, but it's Star Wars, which I'm
Battlefront
okay
2.
with. But why is it being rushed out the door for a movie that's about Jedi?
Mm-hmm.
Because,
don't-
you know,
it's stupid.
publicity. It saves
You know,
money.
People would. It's Star Wars. People will buy it. You know, that's the
Exactly.
thing. They don't necessarily have to release it the same day as the or before the movie or right around the same time as the movie. If they were to delay it a year after that movie came out, I guarantee you that thing would sell. If they delayed it just to iron out all the problems with it.
A year, I'm sure. Probably
Yeah,
not,
but
honestly.
you gotta
But
buy
who
into the
knows?
hype.
Given how small this version of Battlefront is, because compared to the previous versions that have come out that obviously have more in them content wise and feature wise.
Yeah, I have Battlefront 2 on my PC right now. I tell you, there's space battles in this. Why doesn't the new one have space battles on superior
More
hardware?
heroes.
It's gonna
There's no
be
Jedi
DLC.
heroes besides Darth Vader and whoever else. There's like 2.
Luke Sky. Oh, I'm sorry. I was gonna say Skywalker.
Skywalker.
It's actually Skywalker.
Skywalker.
It's not like I watched the
Skywalker
movies or
confirmed.
anything like that. Like
Skywalker
in my
confirmed.
head. I totally didn't pay attention to this last time. I thought it was Skywalker for a decade, over a decade actually. But I don't fucking know what I'm talking about. Skywalker, yeah.
Luke Skywalker.
Luke Skywalker.
Too much water. 10 out of 10.
2 out of 10 IGN.
Yep.
Okay.
Are we gonna move
Now
on
let's keep
to
it on.
Neo?
Assassin's Creed.
Yes.
Fuck,
on
Oh,
something
and we need to
that-
talk about Assassin's Creed.
Oh,
The
do you want to talk
transgender
about Assassin's Creed first, man?
gender.
All right, drop it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Transgender characters.
Yeah. Why?
It's not new.
Congratulations, Ubisoft.
Congratulations, you're doing a thing
Congratulations.
that let's be honest, no one cares about.
Like, why? What's the purpose of it? Other than trying to be politically correct.
Man, that's really going to draw in the small minority crowd of transgenders that are going to play Assassin's Creed in general.
And let's be honest,
right.
You
there's
act like they're
probably
the
some
general
transgenders out there
public.
who play Assassin's Creed.
I was-
So yeah.
Let's do the disclaimer. We're not transphobic or homophobic. We're just being
No,
honest
no.
here. What's the-
No.
No.
What's
It's
the-
just
I'm
a
being
funny.
realistic.
I'm Christian and I'm not like homophobic or anything. So yeah.
I'm just saying what is a fact. They are not a majority of the general public. Neither is a lot of minority sexualities. It's not. It's just a fact.
It's never been a problem. It's just the SJWs that making it a problem.
Yeah, none of these people have ever come out and said, well, why aren't I in this?
They're only doing this because of the fact that you remember with Unity how people were, more specifically SJWs, were complaining that there are no female characters playable
Well,
for
the
the
feminazis.
co-op. Correct.
Yeah, but
This is
because,
the only
I
reason
thought-
why they're doing this.
How dare you have a female
I
assassin?
thought
Who
it was
cares?
an opportunity not to have a female character in Unity, though, but I wasn't losing sleep over it. I didn't even care, honestly.
It's not a big deal. You all wear
Yeah.
a fucking hoodie. You all dress the same. Who cares?
It's the same character too. It was essentially Peace Walker multiplayer where you get to play, where all of you get to play as Big Boss. Essentially, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Except for you weren't Big Boss. You were some assassin who was trying to be the next Ezio and failed at it.
Some guy.
Arno or whatever the fuck his name was. I forget. his name.
Some dude
Barney.
Barney.
Okay,
But yeah.
so hold on. Long story short, people are complaining that there is no female characters you can play as in Assassin's Creed.
That was a complaint for
Yeah.
Unity.
Unity.
Then they made
On
that a
Unity?
thing for
Yeah,
Syndicate.
Unity.
Yeah, they made that a thing for Syndicate, and now they're saying that for the
Nobody's
modern
pleased
story in
about it.
Syndicate, there's going to be a transgendered character.
Yeah,
Just
like that's
because.
a crowning announcement they have to make. Like, let people find out then.
Right?
Or at least make a character creation for
It's stupid.
the modern story.
There has been female characters in Assassin's Creed since, like,
Very
female
first one.
assassins in Assassin's Creed since the Brotherhood.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
like,
Brotherhood.
brother. Arguably, too.
So
Even the first one had female characters. If I'm not mistaken,
Yeah,
there
but
was
we're
a
talking
female
about
character,
assassins in
but it
particular.
wasn't as major as like going forward from that one.
You couldn't
Yeah.
play as, you couldn't play as them, but I think there's like 2 female
Apologies
games
for my
for
dog.
also assassin. Like the main character is so I don't get all this. Like,
The
I
first
don't know.
playable
Feminine
female
power works.
character is also
It's
African
very
American and French. So there you have it.
Yeah.
A minority and a female. 2 in 1.
All right. Before we move on to this one thing, Anthony found the tweet, so I'm just gonna screen share it really quick. So yeah, I don't mean to highlight that, but yeah, she said it. She high-fived Tyson for this.
Careful.
Or yeah, just
Really high-fiving each other.
yeah, just
Oh, the
Yeah,
cute
we're
little
gonna-
circle jerk. It's so good.
For once,
I don't
I actually
even-
want
I don't
SJW
even
to come
particularly
down.
link this, but you all can see it, so you know.
Mm-hmm.
For once, I actually do want SJWs to come down on prison school just for them to see how terrible those people really are.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, and then we could just move on to Neo and get some of the hype stuff out of the way for the very end, because we got some stuff that's hype.
I want it. End of story.
Fucking Neo, it just looks so hype. I want it now. It's Onimusha meets
In Dark Souls.
So
How much better can you get than that? It's just perfect.
I never thought about combining the combat systems for that, but it actually makes sense because they're both slow paced.
Mhm. Or even just the
And-
art styles of both.
Mm-hmm.
That's something definitely to look forward to. So I was looking at that. I was kind of shocked. I'm just like, hey, this actually looks kind of cool. An original title that looks cool. We must be
Yeah.
in TTS.
Apparently, Neo, because there was.
Just kidding.
This is not the first iteration of Neo. Apparently, there was one 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Very
Really?
niche title, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I never heard of the first one, but you know it looks cool, and apparently it's supposed to be a Sony exclusive, so that's
Again, this is
even
why I have a
cooler,
PS4.
which is even and another thing that I noticed in the demo, because me, James, and Brandon were watching this, and Kevin were watching it live.
You're jizzing
I forget
our
if
pants.
Anthony. I forget if you were with us, Anthony, but
Oh,
I
don't
probably
forget
wasn't.
Darkalos.
I was
Don't forget
I was
Darkalos.
probably
He was watching
asleep.
it too.
yeah, it might have been Darklost, but we were watching it, and one of the things that I really thought was interesting, that they also got the whole like, oh, all the armor is just basically fashion in this game, like in Dark Souls, you know. So,
Mostly Bloodborne does. Miyazaki made the joke. Most of the armor is just fashion.
I like this.
But it's really cool though. I really like the designs of all the enemies and just the art style in general for that game, and the combat looks really good. And this is
Yeah.
coming from Team Ninja, so I have high hopes for this.
Oh yeah, Team Ninja's really good.
The only time they've disappointed me was with fucking Ninja Gaiden 3.
No,
Oh, yeah. Speaking
no,
of
don't
that
get
wasn't
into
the
another
original
end.
team.
That's
Yeah.
they disappointed me
Yeah.
big time with that one.
Oh my God, Ninja Gaiden 3. I played the demo of it, and what a piece of crap that is.
I had
Hold on.
Razor's Edge, and it's still not that great.
It's a
The
better
enemies
game.
are
It's
just
more playable.
Honestly,
it's more playable,
Razor's
but,
Edge
you know.
is great, but
But
I
the
just
enemies
can't. I just can't stand some that. Okay, Razor Edge still has some of its flaws that carry over from the original, but overall, it's still a better version than original 3.
Yep.
No healing items.
And then
Not letting that go.
Yep.
Metroid Other M, guys. No one, never forget, never forget.
Don't forget Metal Gear Solid 5. That's more disappointing than Other M.
Sad gaming, Brent. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to throw names. No, I agree. If it was the story portion, I agree, but the gameplay portion, I disagree with him on. I think the gameplay is actually really good. So,
Better
yeah.
than all the other ones, in my opinion.
Story-wise, nothing is ever gonna beat Metal Gear Solid 3.
The thing about building
Yeah.
games is that,
I disagree.
yeah,
However,
the thing about his review is that he likes the first person. No, what I'm talking about, first
He
person.
he
I'm
likes the
talking linear
older
games.
games, yeah, the
Yeah,
more linear.
yeah.
I prefer
And
I prefer
I
Metal Gear
kinda
Solid 3,
agree.
honestly.
No, I kind of agree with him. Like there are people that like that type of game. It's like there's DMC. If it were made open world,
Hmm.
it become
it
repetitive
probably
at
won't
some
work.
point. Yeah, open
Well,
worlds.
everything becomes repetitive, though. That's the thing. Honestly, I don't
What?
like the whole repetitive criticism, but everything in any video game becomes repetitive. That's the nature of it.
It just depends on how fast it can get repetitive, really.
Yeah, but
Exactly.
generally open world games become more repetitive because most of the budget of the game goes to the environment, to little things like that. You know.
Like
Hmm.
grass,
Yes.
someone's sweat, arm hair,
This
dogs.
grass is Sugoi.
Makes
My
Ten out
sense.
of
character looks
ten.
like an N64 character. Why?
10 out of 10. Grass. Yeah,
So,
but that's the why he doesn't like it. Just not his type of play. That he doesn't like open world, for example.
right.
And even I understand because they when he says it's the same map because it gets repetitive. It's the same map, and you do missions that don't really benefit you. It's just missions. Go there, do this. Like it's not the same impact as the others because it was a linear game. It was telling a linear story. With this, you have to go in multiple places, even though the reward wasn't so good at the end.
Right. I also forgot there's also Allison Road Kickstarter went up. I'm sorry to, because I kind of want to get this stream done and over with. We kind of been pushing it longer today. But Allison Road Kickstarter is up. I will update the description as soon as possible for that link. We also have Koei Tecmo. TGS was kind of just talking.
Talk show,
Yeah.
talking game show.
They said there was going to be Samurai Warriors 4 Empires. They didn't bring it.
That was
No
so
legend
funny.
got in 4.
I was so pissed.
That
Jane
was
saw
so
me pissed.
bad.
I was just like, why are you always lying though? Why are you always
Why?
lying though? At least
Why
I'm glad
the
it's
fuck
getting
you
localized.
lying? Why you
Glad it's
always?
getting localized though.
Oh my god! Stop fucking lying!
But yeah, I guess we can just sum it up with overall TGS thoughts. I thought it was disappointing personally.
Crap.
Some games
Generally.
I can look forward to, but some game like like Persona 5, even though it was delayed, I'm looking forward to that. Neon, of course, Yakuza, but some games were just really freaking stupid. Like for example, we had no Devil May Cry 5, but the
Shit ton
one,
of Monster Hunter.
yeah, but the
No legend
one
got in 4.
thing, that really pissed me off at that I finally got to see why it's so bad is at TGS was King of Fighters 14.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, King of Fighters.
Like what the fuck
Brandon.
holds up with that?
Yeah, sneeze. I'm sorry.
Oh, I thought we pushed Brandon's red button.
Oh shit! Sad face Dagger laugh.
It's just
I know that.
like King of Fighters 13 really did have like one of the best sprite work ever put to a video game. And now that they're
Yeah,
I'm
this looks
finding
so alpha.
it looks like a PS2 title.
The PS2
Somewhat.
and nice HD update.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
It looks
exactly.
like Sonic Boom. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, even the characters don't
Oh,
look
God.
nothing like they look in any type
13.
of appearance they've had.
Like we barely saw gameplay, but the game looks really slow.
Rip King of
Yeah.
Fighters.
Yeah,
It's just
you
like-
see the character models.
Rip SNK in general. I mean, ugh.
SIK have been generally dead for a while.
I don't know about you guys, but I've also seen people make the argument, well, Street Fighter went from 2D to 3D, so it might be fine. I
3D.
can.
The only time we went 3D was with one game called I forgot what it's called.
We could have just
Where it
done
has
the
more.
Guilty Gear Xrd approach.
Yeah, exactly.
Or it's cell shaded.
Only
That would-
Archers can master the Unreal Engine.
Unreal 3.
Even
Unreal
Epic
3.
Games
I
doesn't know
have
what the fuck to
never
do with
seen
it.
anybody master Unreal 3 except for Arc System.
I would like
People
to
make
say,
more can do it.
I would like to say maybe you can say what's in his face is Nether Realms, but yeah.
Just absolutely ridiculous. Cost, did you watch TGS by any chance?
I was with you guys when you guys were watching it.
Were you?
I was just looking
Yeah, I was
for
in
the
that-
prison school.
Yeah,
to
he
be
was
honest.
with us.
Was he? Oh, damn! I forgot who was with us. Like, I forgot who was with us and
It
who
was-
wasn't.
I
'cause,
think
like,
it was
I know
you, me.
somebody missed it.
Brandon and Darklos and Koss. I think.
It wasn't like that because I don't remember exactly who was there. I just, yeah, just kind of.
I think actually it was me, James, and Dom. I think Brandon was there too. Brandon was there.
Mm-hmm. Dark Horse might have came in probably after you left.
He was here when we were looking at Dark Souls 3.
Yeah, Darkalos was with us.
Yeah, I remember James said, "What is this fashion soul or something like that, or dark fashion?" So, I don't know.
Oh yeah, we didn't
Dark
talk about
Fashion.
Bloodborne, did we? That's one thing we talked about, didn't we? The old Hunters DLC or expansion. What you
I'll
want?
try
I
I'll
didn't
get it.
see it, so I won't talk about it. Well, I don't even know jack shit about Bloodborne or Dark Souls, so yeah.
Well, the weapons looks pretty sweet, especially the bow saw looking weapon.
And the pizza cutter.
Yeah, the pizza cutter.
Yum, pizza.
Aren't we supposed to get actual beast transformations now?
And what?
In Bloodborne. I don't want this stupid hyper mode bullshit. No, I want to be a monster. Where's the monster?
Yeah, Monster Hunter.
The other way around in this case.
No, go
Alright.
fuck yourself, Chaos.
Esteban. Twitter. All right. So I guess that's unless Edgar, you want to share some last minute thoughts on TGS before we call it a stream.
Nope.
Nope.
Nope. Nada.
Disappointment.
Just give us Devil May Cry 5, please.
Sad face.
All right. Well, thanks for everyone for stopping by. I'm gonna give Edgar like a few more minutes. I don't want to be like, bruh, did you actually want to say something and just cut it off?
Bro?
Senpai?
I don't think
Edgar,
he's here.
senpai?
No, I'm here. Are you talking about me?
No, we were talking
No.
about Dagger.
Dagger.
Sad face. All
Sorry,
right.
my kid's been pretty shitty.
Is it?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. You
So,
hear me now?
yeah, any last minute thoughts before we call it a stream?
I think y'all kind of
TGS.
nailed it.
Disappointment, basically, overall.
Talking game show.
I only had one game to enjoy at TGS, and that was Neo. That was
Persona
it.
5.
That's sad.
For
me personally.
No, Sony only.
Oh yeah, and Dark
they-
Souls 3.
Oh,
That's
yes.
it. 2 games.
Yeah, Sony only had the good press conference there. Cause they had Yakuza, Guilty, well not Guilty Gear, what's it called, King of Fighters and whatnot. Yeah, they were the only good ones there.
Capcom, your TGS was an absolute fucking joke. It was the worst
No,
thing I've
Devil May
ever
Cry
seen
5.
in my life.
Yeah. All right.
Hey,
Well,
it's obvious you've never seen any of the Xbox E3 conferences.
At least they had
Well-
different games.
Have you seen 2012? All they did was talk about TV.
TV,
True,
TV,
that's
sports,
true.
TV,
Sports.
I
TV.
can watch
sports.
TV on my Xbox.
The
Wow,
best
so
thing was
innovative.
them. The best thing was Ghosts when they were talking about Ghosts, like these new graphics. Look at the arm hairs on this guy.
Look at the dog.
Oh yeah, Riley. Shit, D-Dog is way better than Riley.
Look at the fish mechanics. They move when you swim up to them, and then you show
Right.
off footage of Mario
Run away.
64.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna call it a stream for today. Thank you all for stopping by, and we'll see you guys hopefully in the next podcast.
Don't
Bye.
die.
Later.